Hey everybody, happy Tuesday. So I'm going to show you the newest feature that we've added. Added this in wanted to add this in for quite some time, and I'm sure there's going to be a few like edge cases and bugs. So really would appreciate it if you all test, but it extends the trade assistant to what I wanted it to be, which is a full like trade execution, trade analysis platform. Before I was doing trade analysis here, switching to Hyperliquid, putting orders in, messing around, and now what you'll see, like I'm going to go to Hype, for example. I'm going to clear my chat history to come up with a completely clean context because some of that was old, and I'm going to ask like what is the best entry for Hyperliquid. Now, important context here. Whether or not you're using Binance Perps for analysis or Coinbase for analysis, execution will still happen on Hyperliquid for the asset you're looking at. So if you're looking at an asset here that isn't on Hyperliquid, you won't get trade execution. So Hyperliquid is on, Hype is on Hyperliquid, and other assets also. So you will need to be looking at an asset that is on Hyperliquid to use trade execution. And in this case, Hype is listed on Hyperliquid. We can see we've got a long signal here. This is an intraday trade that we've got here. And the recommended leverage from the LLM isn't always right. Like we want to put more risk management into the order selection here, but you can see like Hyperliquid supports 10x maximum. You can also see that there are spot assets that you can trade here as well if you've got spot, but essentially it will default the asset you're on, and it will default the max leverage that is allowable on that asset. So Hyperliquid, I believe this should be right. Let's take a look. I'll look at Hype here. They allow a maximum of 10x leverage when trading Hyperliquid. So this is how you place trade execution. So we have this set up here. We have the analysis here. Place the order on Hyperliquid. Everything here is already pre-filled. So intraday entry is when the price closes above $27.40. So for this trade setup, we need to have price coming up above 27.40 and executing. Now, in order for me to execute this trade here, I actually need to use a trigger order. The trigger order, it's triggering at a price of, this needs a little bit of a fix. We need to detect, but right now, if the price is higher than where it is, we trigger on, a close above 27.40. So I'm going here, 27.50, good till cancelled. We're going to be going long, going to be using 10x leverage, and I want to buy 10 units of Hyperliquid. We don't have any kind of calculations here yet. These are all features that maybe you want to kind of look at. Now, this is weird. We're actually using a stop loss order here to trigger. So I'm going to place this order. I'm going to sign it from my wallet. Every transaction you have to sign. Order is submitted, and then you will see this refresh in just a moment. It takes like a second for it to show up here. There we go. We've got this stop market. So when the price reaches 27.50, so that means when the price is broken out, it will long. You can choose to set this up like I have, and you can see the buy order down here. So let's take a look at the actual analysis. Thesis is based on momentum shift. We need a breakout candle above 27.36 accompanied by above average volume. So, I could monitor this trade and then come back and buy when I see that. We're actually going to build out some agents that will manage this trade for you. So instead of using place on Hyperliquid, we will say like, give this to an agent to execute this trade for you. And the agent will, not only look for price, but also look for example, volume confirmation here as well. That's one of the next things we're working on, let's say over the next week. So it can be like automated execution based on the criteria of the trade, which is kind of exciting from my perspective. So you've got this order in. If it was to execute, so I'm actually gonna, I'm gonna go back here, open order ticket. You can see open orders. I can actually even cancel it from here. So this will take a second to refresh. And I just want to kind of demo like what you can do once the order is active. So we're going to do a market order. We're going to do 1 unit of Hyperliquid, place order. Okay, order submitted. Now if I go back here, you can see I've now got a 1 Solana position open. That's what I placed early, but here we go. We just saw the Hyperliquid position show up. So the order's in the book, order is executed, fantastic. I can go over here, I can close this, and you're going to see that the Hyperliquid position is up here in the side of the chat. Amazing, so that's fantastic. Have a little bit of an overflow issue, so if you want to see that, you can kind of expand and close this. And I want to put in my take profits and stop losses. This is going to auto-fill the take profit and the stop loss from the trade setup. It defaults to having 50% exit when there is a TP2. So this is taking you out 50-50. I can then submit my risk setup, and all of these will now be in orders here. So Hyperliquid, stop market, take profit market, all nicely in the book there. Absolutely fantastic. I can also take a look at Solana. I have this position running open, running from when I was testing early on 1x leverage. These are the open orders. So this is how you can open and manage trade setups in GopherTrader. Have fun, y'all.